Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts of a Rambling Mind. As you know, I don't make videos unless something catches my attention and inspires me to make a video about it. There's been a lot going on in the news since my last video, but I thought that was pretty much regular day stuff, run of the mill stuff. Everybody had their opinions on them, and I didn't feel like my opinion needed to be added to the spice. I'm not doing this for views or likes. I'm doing this just to get people who want to be interested in the things that I'm interested in about. I'm just trying to give them my views because they care about that. I'm not trying to make $1 million off of YouTube. So, that being said, the story that I want to talk about is something that I saw literally happen an hour ago, which is a Jewish young man was attacked in Brooklyn, and it made the news. Now, I don't advocate for any violence, any hate crimes, any racial violence against anyone, race, creed, or sexual preference, gender, anything like that. Right? I don't. I don't think that anyone should be attacked for any reason. Physical confrontation is absolutely the last recourse that should be only used to defend yourself from the same. Okay, that being said, I live in Brooklyn, New York. Right? Brooklyn, New York is one of the most dangerous areas in New York City, in certain parts. Brooklyn, the Bronx, certain parts of the most dangerous parts in New York City. It's a place where crimes happen daily, rampantly, and go unreported. Now, I've recently found out in watching this video that we have a hate crime unit in New York City. Now, this is surprising to me because in New York City, we don't really have hate crime. So it's weird, right? We don't have racial crimes. We don't have crimes against people's belief systems or their genders. We just don't have these things in New York City, at least not to the level that we need an entire unit of the NYPD focused on this. So, and of the hate crimes, there's really only one group of people that suffer hate crimes, right? And that would be the Jews. But here's the problem. The hate crimes that the Jews suffer aren't at the hands of any random person who doesn't like them. The hate crimes that Jews suffer under are at the hands of Muslims. Muslims and Jews have a long history of being enemies on one side or the other of the battlefield. Now, the Jews in America have been subject to the same type of persecution that they're subject to outside of America. However, the Jews outside of America don't portray themselves in the same way that the Jews inside America do. The Jews outside of America portray themselves as warriors, soldiers, and the Jews inside of America portray themselves as innocent victims. I happen to have spent a lot of time in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and if anyone knows about Crown Heights, Brooklyn, it is a divided neighborhood right down the middle. There's a black side and a Jewish side. And anyone that is familiar with the Jews in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, you're aware that Jews are not innocent victims. They are soldiers. They are warriors. Period. The story that has been perpetrated through America that Jews are these meek, innocent people who can't defend themselves is absolutely a myth, and it's absolutely untrue. Where I'm from, Jews have gathered in groups in neighborhoods and have slaughtered people in the open street with their bare hands. And this is not a rare occasion. You can look this up. It happens in Crown Heights, Brooklyn every few years. Right? Okay. That being said, that doesn't change the fact that the Jews, in New York City at least, are predominantly the only group that is subjected to hate crime. But we have an entire section of the NYPD cordoned off in order to investigate crimes against these people. But none of this is the reason why I started making this video. I made this video because this young Jewish man, 22, 25 years old, he was attacked. And it made the news. So I was curious and I watched the entire story, and I found out that the extent of the attack was that he was punched 2 times, once in the face. He was punched 2 times, and he made the news. He made the news, and the police are investigating. And I'm just curious, since when did getting punched in the face require a news story? Since when do news cameras arrive on scene because you were punched in the face? Since when do police investigate you being punched in the face? See, where I live in my neighborhood, if you get punched in the face and you call the cops, they'll come there and they'll leave after realizing you've wasted their time. Punched in the face. I can't answer this question. I'm not going to say racism is the reason for the lack of concern, because I don't believe racism is the reason for a lot of things in this country. I will say to my black people that there's something that we need to do. We need to organize. We need to put our wealth together. We need to attack the political realm of this government. We need to make our voices heard, make our position and our presence felt. Because I watched a man make the news because somebody punched him in his face. That's a level of power that I don't think that any black man that is not famous has. In order for a black man to make the news for getting punched in his face, and I'm not talking about social media news, I'm talking about real Channel 9 news. In order for you to make the news for getting punched in the face as a black man, you have to be famous. Period. Rich doesn't even matter. You have to be known, well known by a majority of households in America in order to make the news because you were punched in your face. And I honestly right now can't think of any black man that has made the news for getting punched in the face. But I know many, many, many Jews that have made the news for getting punched in their face or less. That's my statement. Those are my thoughts of a rambling mind. Like, subscribe, leave comments in the chat, and I'm out.